Imagine paying £14,000 to groom your dog. That is not a typo, and it is not a joke. That is a real bill being paid today, in 2026, by households at the top of the income ladder. Meanwhile, the family sitting in economy class is paying 25% more for that flight than they did just a couple of years ago. Welcome to the K-shaped economy, where one half of society is thriving and spending freely on extraordinary luxuries, while the other half is being systematically squeezed out of the middle ground they once called home. This is not a theoretical economic model. This is what is happening right now, on Wednesday, the 8th of July, 2026, and it is reshaping the financial lives of millions. The K-shaped economy gets its name from the letter itself, one line pointing sharply upward, one pointing sharply downward, diverging from the same starting point. At the top, high earners benefit from rising asset prices, strong investment portfolios, and continued demand for premium services. At the bottom, wage growth has not kept pace with the real cost of everyday life. Flights have risen 25% in price, driven by sustained demand from wealthier travelers who shrugged off the post-pandemic turbulence entirely. The service sector, from fine dining to specialist pet care, has followed suit, pricing itself firmly toward those who can afford it, and quietly pricing the middle class out. The structural shift accelerated from 2022 onwards, and by mid-2026 it has become entrenched. The impact is not abstract, it is felt at the checkout, the booking page, and the school gate. Middle-income families who once took 2 or 3 holidays a year are now choosing between one short break or none at all, because airfares have climbed so steeply. The phenomenon of so-called luxury creep means that services which were once moderately priced, grooming, childcare, leisure, have migrated upmarket, effectively abandoning the mid-tier customer entirely. The $14,000 dog grooming bill, reported today, is emblematic of a broader dynamic. Premium providers are chasing high-net-worth clients aggressively, leaving a service vacuum in the middle. It is not simply that life has got more expensive, it is that the economy is being reorganized around two poles, with the center collapsing. The numbers reinforce what people are feeling. A 25% rise in flight costs compounds across a family of 4, that is potentially hundreds of pounds added to a single holiday. Luxury goods and high-end services, by contrast, continue to record strong demand, with premium brands reporting robust revenues even as mid-market retailers report falling footfall. Asset owners, those with property and investment portfolios, have seen paper wealth hold firm or grow, insulating them from the inflationary pressures battering renters and those without savings. The result is a divergence that statisticians can measure but that feels viscerally unfair to those on the wrong side of the K. In the near term, there is little sign of the divide narrowing spontaneously. Interest rates, while stabilizing, remain elevated enough to suppress borrowing for middle-income households, whilst asset-rich individuals feel relatively little pressure. Travel demand among affluent consumers shows no sign of cooling, which means airlines have limited incentive to reduce fares for economy travelers. Policy interventions, targeted support for middle-income households, greater taxation of passive wealth, and investment in public services, could theoretically address the structural causes, but political will vary significantly. For individuals, financial advisors are increasingly recommending a shift away from consumer spending and towards asset accumulation, however modest, as the primary route out of the lower arm of the K. The K-shaped economy is not a temporary blip or a post-pandemic correction. It is a structural reality shaping the lives of millions in Britain and beyond as of today, the 8th of July, 2026. The £14,000 dog grooming bill is a symbol, extreme, yes, but pointing at something real. The 25% rise in flight costs is not symbolic at all, it is a concrete barrier to ordinary family life. Understanding which side of the K you currently sit on, and what steps might move you toward the rising arm, is arguably one of the most important pieces of financial self-awareness you can develop right now. If this breakdown helped clarify the picture, please like and share it, and drop a comment below telling us how the cost of living is affecting you personally.